Hello, my name's Phil. I was born in Edgware, then part of Middlesex, and grew up in the leafy suburbs of Hendon and Mill Hill in northwest London. Though I have now lived in the Luton area for more than half my life, I still call myself a Londoner and love the experiences and opportunities big cities offer. God was around in my life from an early age, as a choir boy and at Church of England schools. As a teenager, I enjoyed the swinging 60s and grew up in the hippie era. Love, flower power and free concerts in Hyde Park. It was also a time of political process, with the nuclear bomb and Vietnam in the background. God took a back seat. I was doing fine without him and learning a lot in the process. Then came marriage, the responsibilities of no longer being free and single, career pressures building up as I stretched my capabilities. Then marriage not working well, losing control of things in general and relying on antidepressants to keep going. A colleague at work invited us to a healing service at Holy Trinity. No, not Brompton, but the other one at Hounslow. These were the early days of the charismatic church, and we had never experienced singing in tongues and ministry in the Holy Spirit. As we received prayer at the altar rail, I could feel my hair standing up in the presence of the Spirit, and I just started to sob my heart out, crying out past hurts and failures. There was a God, and he was alive and moving in this place. Afterwards, we were glowing in our newfound freedom and wanted more. We lived in Slip End at the time, and someone suggested St Hugh, Lucy, wherever that was. So, in May 1979, we arrived at St Hugh's and immediately felt accepted and part of their family. We went to the Know Jesus course led by the vicar, Philip Runcie, which was the then equivalent of Alpha. Soon we were part of a home group, and I joined the worship group. Guitars, choruses, open worship. It was a very new and groundbreaking era back then. Visitors would come to join our evening worship, and we would go out to other churches to lead worship. Over the years, God has given me a gift of faith. Whatever happens, I don't have to face it alone, but can step out with God and trust in him. When our eldest son was diagnosed with leukemia in 2014, it was very uncertain whether he would survive. I remember the ride with him and his wife to the University College Hospital London for his emergency admission, not knowing whether he would make it. The following week, Peter Warburton preached about the Passover and putting blood around the doorways, so the spirit of death would not enter and take the firstborn sons. My firstborn was threatened by death, so I felt the Lord saying, "Do the same thing." I asked Joe for some communion wine and put it around the doorposts of my sons and our home, so that death could not enter. Although this might seem like a strange thing to do, it was an act of faith and brought hope. There followed severe treatment for a very serious illness, but slowly our son recovered and has been in remission since. Although it can still be a pain at times, it's great for us and his family to still have him around. Now I'm in my 7th decade, and life has not always been easy, but it has been an incredible journey with God. I take encouragement to see new generations coming to know him and finding the joy he brings into our lives. Nowadays, even the vicars are younger than me, but as someone reminded me recently, Christians never retire. So, where are we going next?